Tää meillä, se kuulostaa kivemmalta.
Varoitus. Alkushow sisältää vilkkuvaa valoa ja kuvaa.
Onko taas masapomma? Oh, nyt otetaan.
Finland and Austria here in Tampere. The officials for this game: Christopher Holm of Sweden, Sirko Hunius of Germany, the linesman and Nick Burgandy of USA, Andreas Hofer of Germany. There's Roger Bader, the coach of this Austrian team, grew up in Switzerland where he played, where he was born, coaches in Austria, and Jukka Jalonen, who was late arriving to the game. He was honored with a doctorate degree this afternoon at the University of Jyväskylä, which is 149 kilometers northeast of here. The Finland Federation paid for the helicopter trip for him to be here for this game. Very important for him, the university, and the federation for him to be honored the way he was. A terrific, terrific resume as coach of this Finland team. There's a look at Peter Schneider, who has been an offensive spark plug for Austria. Ali Wakovitz, there is no captain Thomas Raffel in this game. And getting his first start, David Madlener will be in net for Austria in this game, his 4th World Championship. He plays in the Ice Hockey League, and Emil Larmi is back in after coming off the victory over France. And Finland with a couple of days off after this game. There's Mikko Lehtinen, who opened the scoring in the game against Hungary. And Hungary and France will get going as Finland got its offense going yesterday against Hungary, blowing that game wide open in the 3rd period.
Okay, guys,
and this top line of
put your stick down on the ice.
Of Matikainen, Harkinen, and Rantanen will get the start for Finland. Lehtinen will send it ahead at center at Otama, who had a goal and an assist in the game against Hungary. Tried to drive it deep, could not, and cleared back in. Lehtinen goes in after it. 1 NHL season for Lehtinen, split between Columbus and Toronto. There's a sharp angle shot on Emil Larmi, and Larmi struggled in that win against France.
Yeah, he did, and I think they noticed that too. So they're going to try and take some shots on him early, put some pressure, and a good start here for Austria.
Lucas Howden puts one in. The puck was in the crease for a couple of seconds. Ali Wakovitz got spun around and taken down hard in the corner. Bit of a yard sale there. He has to get his glove and his stick, and he'll slowly make his way back to the Austrian bench. Olli Maatta plays it for Kasperi Kapanen. Save made, and the rebound grabbed off and right back up the ice for Benjamin Nisner. Sends it around the boards. Huber couldn't trap it. Nisner breaks it up inside the line. Now it does make its way out at center. Nisner trying to take a chop at it to send it in, and a chance in. Shot scores! Kasperi Kapanen. Back-to-back games for Kasperi Kapanen to find the back of the net. 1-0 Finland.
Well, he had 2 great chances on this shift. The first one, he came steaming down the wing and let a big-time shot go. That one wasn't good enough. So the Austrians gave him a free breakaway from the blue line in. Really good awareness by the Finns along the wall, winning that battle. And Kapanen was still on the move from having that first chance that he had. This one's perfect. Make one little clean move, get on your forehand, and then just scoop it right up on the top shelf there. Nice work, and the Finns, who got rid of a lot of demons in that 7-1 win against Hungary offensively, are showing it here early.
So Kapanen will jump to a +5 in the tournament. He'll lead Finland in that category as he picks up his 2nd goal of this World Championship. David Reinbacher back in the lineup for Austria, the 18-year-old who took a hit from Rasmus Sandin in the Sweden game and has missed the last 3, but is back in the lineup, much to the pleasure of the NHL scouts who want to have a look at this young defenseman for Austria. Harry Pessinen spins this down in behind the net. Sent around the boards by Nico Brunner. And on now for Marco Rossi for Peter Schneider. Rossi will play it back in behind his own net. See if Finland can pick up where it left off in the win over Hungary, because Finland was not itself in the early part of this tournament.
No, their offense was really stiff, and they just couldn't seem to get it going. but they really turned the corner in that last game against Hungary, and you could tell by the end of the game there was a sigh of relief from them and from the crowd. So the way they started this one off, it fully looks like they're back to the expectation level everybody had.
Only one game in the preliminary round left for Finland. After this, they'll get a couple of days off, and they'll play Denmark on Tuesday, the final game. So an afternoon game on the Saturday, the late game on the Tuesday, so a good break coming for the host team. Timo Nickel, an Anaheim draft pick whose rights were traded to Pittsburgh in March. Nickel gets to center, no further, intercepted. Back for Sakari Manninen, and Madlander got the left pad down. Mario Huber tried to clear that up the boards, lost it. And now controlled, and this will get sent in deep by Bernd Wolf. Good contact in behind the net there. Lettinen takes a bump from Huber. Huber comes across and gives Rantanen a bump. 3 assists in the game yesterday for Mikko Rantanen. Blew the game wide open in the third period. They ended up outshooting Hungary 44-13, 24-2 in the third period. It was 2-1 going into the third.
Rantanen was a man among boys. He had quite the night. He was setting up plays all over the place, making moves in tight spaces. That top line, Rantanen, Hartikainen, and Manninen, 17 points now combined, and they've played together constantly.
Capo Kakko will put this in behind the net. Armia centered it right in front of the net, and a good save there by Madlander of Antti Sumala. Sepala ties his man up in behind the net. That allows Capo to get the puck, and he'll send it on for Kapanen. Kapanen takes it to the outside, floats it to the middle for Ville Pokka. Pokka dances his way around Benjamin Nisner and sent around the boards. Cleared up at center, and Lucas Stoller will send it in. Player changes for both teams. 1-0 Finland here on the goal by Kapanen. Antti Otama sends it on. Pessinen got stopped by Marco Rossi, and a chance now. Swerger scores! Turned over at the Austrian line, and Marco Rossi springs Dominic Swerger.
Swerger's been a threat for them every single game, but he hasn't been able to find the back of the net. He comes into this one, he was -3, didn't have a goal, been playing about 16.5 minutes. First of all, you look at the chance that the Finns had, and maybe they got a little too full of themselves, because boy, did they press up. And they give away a flat-out chance they don't normally do. And Swerger does a terrific job here. A lefty on the right wing side, and he lets go of that shot at exactly the right second. Freeman was just getting there, couldn't quite get there. Maybe that distracted the goaltender. But it's a 1-1 game. That's a big goal for Austria to come back quickly like that.
Broken up at the line as Harry Pessinen tried to carry it in, and then Marco Rossi with the quick up, and Swerger was off to the races. You're right, he's had chances. That's his first of this World Championship. He's had a penalty shot. He had 6 shots on goal against Team USA. So a 1-1 tie. Finland and Austria. Freeman back into his own end. He'll put the brakes on there, and the teams will take the opportunity to make changes.
And that was Finland coming with the puck underneath when the last guy's carrying the puck. Everybody flattens out between the red line and the opposition blue line. That's what happened. You turn the puck over like Pessinen did. Everybody is caught, and all it takes is one little pass to spring a guy, and this time it was Zerger.
Only Austria's 7th goal of this World Championship. Lettinen steps into one, and Madlander will make the save. There's the goal getter.
An interesting start to this game for Finland, because it was exactly the opposite. Here's the goal. Kapanen, that's a beauty. He just slowed down. You could tell he knew exactly what he wanted to do. And then coming back the other way, Swerger does a really nice job too. I mean, that's under pressure. The first one was not under pressure for Kapanen. He was able to take his time, but Swerger had to get it away exactly when he did, and that was a beauty.
Face-off win by Bjornen, and Lettinen throws it to the front of the net. Marco Antila was there. And a save made by Madlander. Bjorninen continues to be one of the best face-off takers in this World Championship, coming into this game at 63.8%, winning 39 of 61 for Finland.
Doesn't this have a different flavor than the other Finland games? I mean, Finland started out so systematically like they're doing right at this moment, but there was that stiffness, not tonight.
Rantanen on for Olli Mata. Mata's shot walkered away by Madlener, and it's up and out of play. 1-1, Finland, Austria. Goals against for Finland last year in the preliminary round. They had 4 shutouts, and it's a totally different look for the Finland team this year defensively, as they've given up chances that they simply did not give up.
And for Austria, they lost the last game 4-2 against Germany. I mean, they just couldn't score. They got worn down. Their power play is actually pretty good. They're 3 for 9. 3 of the 6 goals that they had scored in the tournament prior to the one that just got scored were on the power play. So 5 on 5, they just have struggled until the start of this game.
And all 3 of those power play goals coming from Captain Thomas Raffel, who is not in the lineup. There's Peter Schneider, who has 5 points so far in this World Championship, and he rips the wrister in on Emil Larmi.
Yeah, their goal differential is -15 coming into this one. They got 6 goals scored in 5 games until Zwerger made it 7 goals.
142 shots against. Austria's given up. There's a couple of chances, and Emil Larmi down, and a couple of good saves, and then play gets whistled down. Only Hungary has given up more shots against on this side in this pool than Austria.
And Austria just needs to loosen up a little bit. They really have nothing to lose. They have to try and find some offense, and getting pucks to the net and bodies to the net like this, man, that was a golden scoring chance. And Schneider, who's been really good for them, goal and 4 assists. If something happens for Austria, usually Schneider's involved in it somewhere along the line.
Austria plays 7 and 10. They'll have tomorrow off, and then Monday they will close out the preliminary round against Hungary. And like last year, when they needed a win in the last game to avoid relegation, it looks like that's going to be the same situation, barring a victory here against Finland, which would be huge for them. And a save made as Antti Sumala tried to stuff that in the glove side on Madlener.
Get in on the forecheck, battles along the wall mean everything. Oh, beautiful little cutback move there. And really nice job there by Madlener. He's very cautious. He doesn't rush to that far side post. They were going to try and fool him on that short side, but he stayed right with it in his first game here in the tournament.
That line has been the change for Finland. There's a redirect score. That's one of the changes. Antti Sumala with the redirect, and Finland has regained the lead as this line now with Kakko and Kapanen connects again.
The way this goal was scored is really the epitome of what we're talking about. It just wasn't there for Finland. Everything was too stiff. Probably 2 or 3 games ago, this one would have ended up in the corner. It would have been overreacted to. That was a really soft hand by Sumala. And how about Olli Mata selling everybody, including the goaltender, who now has to go right to left and then get squared up again, and he doesn't as that left pad comes up off the ice. but that was smooth, nice touch, and it just shows you where the Finns are at offensively now. It took a while, but they're there.
4th assist of the tournament for Olli Mata, and the first goal of the tournament for Antti Suomela. That line initially was Salonen with Armia and Kakko, and that's one of the changes. Salonen not dressed, Suomela goes in, and Kasperi Kapanen goes up on that line in place of Joel Armia, and that line is connected for both markers here for Finland.
Assisted by 3, Olli Mata, and 50, Mikko Koivisto.
Koivisto also picks up an assist on the goal, and a 2-1 lead for Finland here in the opening period. Joel Armia will fight his way to the Austrian line. 3 Austrian players converge on Armia, and offside is called against Finland.
Well, some of the changes for Finland actually started last game. Jukka Jalonen started changing the lines up a little bit. Another look at that beautiful goal. That is great touch and a great pass by Olli Mata. We saw some different combinations. I think that Jalonen sensed that, yeah, we are too stiff and we got to get a different feel going. So he started to move the power play around a little bit, shifted guys a little bit, and slowly it started to get a lot better. And then, boom, they exploded for those 7 goals.
Matt and Palo will clear it in, but right back up the ice for Austria. Huber, Paul Huber trying to take that to the net, could not. And Marko Anttila, the most popular of the Finnish players, starts back. Shot, save made by Madlener. Centering pass is gobbled up by Lucas Thaler. On for Benjamin Nistner. Nistner will send this in and grabbed and held by Larmi. Nistner had won 9 of 17 faceoffs yesterday in the game against Germany, 52.9%, which is identical to what his stats on the faceoff were last year. He was at 52.8% last year, but Benjamin Nistner took a lot of key faceoffs in the game yesterday. Marco Rossi will come out for this one.
Yeah, he's on the wrong side of a lot of things, though. Nistner's -9 for the tournament. He gets a lot of ice time, and they are upside down by a lot of goals in this tournament. But they look and feel different. Like you said, I think they're just going to go for it a little bit more and try to get something going offensively. They look and feel like there's more flow to their game. I think they're at that point where they feel like, hey, we got nothing to lose, right? Yeah, we're down 2-1 in this game already, but they've been in situations like this before, and they come away with nothing. I think sort of no good feel. They're good defensively for a while, and then it just breaks down, and they lose all their hope. So I think they're trying to build their hope offensively by scoring a few goals, and because of that, they're attacking the net. That's probably good for Austria.
0-5. They do have the 1 point coming in an overtime loss to France. Shot by Lettinen. That doesn't get through. And taken at center ice and dumped in by Steven Strong. Played around the boards in on the forecheck. Neubauer tried to get a stick on it, could not. And Rantanen will bring it back. Manninen will chase this down, plays it back for Rantanen. Rantanen with 7 assists in this tournament, still looking for his first goal. Had 3 assists in the game yesterday against Hungary.
At the end of the night, though, I mean, were they pumping the puck at him or what? On the power play, he must have had 3-4 consecutive shots on the power play. They are trying to get Rantanen on the scoreboard for sure, but he put on a show as that game went on last time around. He had a couple of beautiful assists, some of the best we've seen in the tournament.
55 goals in Colorado. 3rd best in the NHL in goal scoring. Here comes Kapanen. Kapanen will play it back at the line. Koivisto the shot. Madlener got a piece of it. Kapanen will chase this down. Bounces around at center ice. Cleared to open ice by Suomela.
And behind the play, Kapanen and Wakovic slashing each other a little bit, and a few harsh words as they go to their respective benches.
Up the ice for Sepala. He'll backhand it in. Lamiko, part of that 2016 World Junior team we talked about yesterday for Finland that won gold at home. With Kasperi Kapanen getting the overtime winner Joel Armia trying to play it back to the line. Benjamin Nisner's all over him, and too much all over him, according to the referee. Power play Finland when we come back. Hooking the call to Benjamin Nisner, and Finland to the power play. 6 for 16, 37.5% for the tournament. The power play was clicking yesterday in the win over Hungary. Austria on the penalty kill, 7 of 10. 70% on the penalty kill. This gets kept in at the line by Lehtinen. He plays give and go with Manninen. And unable to handle that cleanly was Pessinen, but it will be kept in by Rantanen. He'll leave for Lehtinen, and back up top for Rantanen. Manninen, Lehtinen, Rantanen, Lehtinen, Rantanen. Back up top, Lehtinen, as they'll play catch on the far side. Hartikainen moves over, takes the pass, tried to snap it back door. David Mayer trying to tie up Hartikainen, played back for Rantanen, and it got away from him.
Their favorite play is to get it into the bumper spot in the middle. Hartikainen scored some nice goals, and so is Manninen. That's their favorite one, and they keep looking for that, trying to shift the box around. But so far, Austria knows about that play, and they are shutting it down.
Hartikainen has 3, all on the power play. Short-handed try for Ganol, and the rebound got jammed just wide by the defenseman Nickel, who joined the attack.
A little sloppy there on the defensive side of things for the power play of Finland.
Taken through center for Lehtinen, chips it in. He'll send it around the boards, and Kapanen will put it back in behind the net, comes back to him. Dishes off for Sumala. Sumala to the side of the net. Kakko trying to drive that one home. Back to the blue line for Olli Maatta. Maatta's cross-ice pass slowed up, but it does get to Armia. Armia will give it back to Olli Maatta, and his wrist shot is grabbed by Matt Leonard, and he'll hang on to it.
Well, they pass the puck around the outside a lot, but in the meantime, when it got turned up the ice, they were a little sloppy, and they gave up some pretty good chances there that Larmy had to clean up. So they've accomplished a lot of things offensively, the Finns have, about feeling good about themselves, but so far they've given up a little of that tight defensive game that they're so well known for.
One shot on that power play for Finland. That was it. This gets cleared down the ice, and Emil Lermy is going to come out, play it ahead for Freeman. Since 1995, 16 Austrian players have been drafted. We talk about Reinbacher. He'll be added to that list this summer. Thomas Vanek leading the way for NHL games played. There's a save made by Matt Leonard, and the rebound taken by Bjornanen, and that'll be off the stick and up and out.
Even though they're down on the scoreboard, the Austrians are playing with a bit of an edge. They're still skating hard. The problem with them, as I said earlier, is that they can defend pretty well for half the game, maybe 2/3 of the game, and then they wear down. And then when they miss their scoring chances and the other team puts a couple in, they just seem to lose hope and things sort of trail away. They're not the only team in that department, that's for sure, but they're trying to fix that here in this game.
Shot from Polka, punched away by the blocker of Madlener. Back to Vanek for a second. 1,029 NHL games played for Thomas Vanek. Michael Grabner's next at 640. As you mentioned, young Reinbacher will be added to that list of 16 Austrian players drafted. Back in the lineup after getting injured a week ago against Sweden.
Yeah, that looked ugly when he got hit there too. That leg crumpled underneath him, and it's good to see the young man out there, and certainly all the scouts are happy, right? They want to see him. These young guys playing against men and in a pressure situation, and it's ideal for scouts to watch these guys.
And they cleared in for Killian Sundell. Comes back at the line. Andy Ultima couldn't handle that bouncing puck. Benjamin Nister clears it in, trying to catch up to it to create an odd man rush. He had Lucas Thaler with him, but he couldn't catch up to it. Mikko Rantanen plays it back. Mikko Lehtinen will carry it in. Leaves for Hartikainen. Back for Lehtinen. Sakari Mannanen gets it to the front of the net. That got turned aside. Mannanen played for Henderson in the American Hockey League this past season. 14 goals and 40 points. Leads the team in scoring with 6 points so far in this World Championship. And a battle ensues in behind the net, and Lehtinen will pick it up and pitchfork it down the ice. And this will be icing called against Finland.
We talked about Mikko Lehtinen and his abilities and his production already. He's got 4 points and his ability to move in from the point, but we've also seen him on the rush as well. He plays with Ultima quite a bit. They're two lefties, and Lehtinen's usually the guy who's on the offside. So it gives him some options. It gives him some advantages with his stick in the middle of the ice when he does move in, and boy, he knows how to pull the trigger.
Playing in Zurich after 3 seasons in the KHL, and many countries, a lot of players that would normally playing in that league for political reasons and others choosing to not play in the KHL. Swerger, who has the Austrian goal, sends it in behind the net. It's sent on up at center. Rossi will leave it. Hoover tried to get that back for Rossi, deflected away. And back out to center ice where Peter Schneider's on it. Schneider has it poked off his stick by Kapanen. Up into the high slot for Olli Mata. And Mata's shot goes off the stick of Peter Schneider and out of play. Under 4 to go in the opening period. Finland up by 1. An enormous round of applause. Jukka Jalonen, they mentioned what we had mentioned earlier, the doctorate degree that he received from Jyväskylä earlier today, and then got helicoptered into this game and has done a terrific job in Finland from a coaching standpoint. For Jukka Jalonen, 3 World Championship gold, an Olympic gold, a World Junior gold, Finnish Coach of the Year in 2016, Liga Championships. Just a terrific coaching resume.
Yeah, congratulations to him. Honorary doctorate. That's no small thing, and that was great. Yeah, he got a tremendous round of applause from the fans.
He's very popular here. We talked about Marko Anttila, how popular he is. Oksanen with the shot in the high slot. Andy Oksanen back in the lineup after not playing yesterday against Hungary. And Veli Pokka will drop back in behind the net by Manton Palo, rather, and Veli Pokka will come out to replace him. And Pokka takes the puck at center and snaps it in. Lammikko on for Harry Pessinen and back for Lammikko. Watched by Bernd Wolf. Lammikko trying to find a little bit of open ice. Leaves it for Pokka. Into the slot for Harry Pessinen. Save made.
You got two Austrians without sticks out there. I don't know, last time I saw that happen, it's lucky they got the puck out of the zone.
Huber heads to the bench, so fresh body will come out there. Now Wukovits makes his way over to the bench as well. First period coming to an end in Riga. No score between Canada and Switzerland in a first place battle there. We'll see what happens later tonight, Sweden and France, but our anticipation is that our first place battle on this side will come Tuesday. USA-Sweden, shot for Lehtinen, and Matt Leonard comes across and makes an enormous stop.
That started with a beautiful play by Rantanen again, a backwards between the feet pass to the wall, and then a cross-ice pass to who else but Lehtinen moving in from the blue line.
Rantanen on it again. He'll spin it back for Lehtinen. Lehtinen to the front of the net, a redirect by Hartikainen, and grabbed off, and Heinrich will get it up at center for Thaler, and Thaler will snap it in. Emil Larmi will stop it and swing it around the boards. And Otama plays it back into his own end and heads to the bench on the change. Lehtinen will leave it there, and then Lehtinen will head to the bench to complete the change, and here comes Olli Maatta. On for Koivisto and in for Kapanen. Kapanen tried to get that for Kakko in front of the net. It got deflected away. Koivisto will hold it in. Down for Kapanen. Nice tight turn by Kapanen to get away from Nico Brunner. Kapanen being hounded there by Reinbacher. Comes back at the line. And a wrist shot deflected in front, went wide. Peter Schneider's on it as we're into the final 40 seconds now. The opening period. Sumala breaks it up for Finland, plays it for Kapanen. He's on his way to the bench. And it's back into the Finland zone and taken there by Olli Maatta. 2 Stanley Cups for Olli Maatta. Oksanen for Anttila. Reinbacher trying to tie up Anttila, and that's a challenge. And this will get lifted out the center. And a race for it. Freeman had to get back in a hurry. There was time yet for an offensive chance from Niederbauer. In fact, there's a chance with time running out for Oksanen yet. And now the first period does come to an end here with a 2-1 lead for Finland.
Lots of flow, lots of action in this game. This isn't one of these, jam up the neutral zone area. Finland looking like there's flow to their game, and Austria trying to get their offense going. So there's a chance we can see more than just 3 goals in this game.
Shots favored Finland 16-10. Faceoffs favored Finland 58.8%, and a 2-1 lead after 1 on TSN.
Kanada Sveitsi on ensimmäisessä erässä 0-0. In Riga, the score between Team Canada and Team Switzerland in first period 0-0.
Okay, guys, have a good one. Good luck now. Put your stick down on the ice.
Keep it going. It's loose.
Go, go! Oh, here we go. Skate, skate! Good job, good job. No, 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 you hold the stick, you hold the stick. Hey, that's enough. Get off.
Let him go. Two seconds back on the clock. All right, keep going, eh?
Hello, mate, you okay? Everything's good? Perfect. Let me know if you have some problems. We're good, we're good. Inside the crease! No, I don't think so. Outside! Inside the crease, outside!
Keep it going, keep it going. Here we go, let's go, move it.
2-1 lead for Finland as the second period is about to get underway. Olli Maatta, a couple of assists in that opening period, giving him 5 now for the championship. As Finland continues to get offense from the back end. A look at the netminders. David Madlener faced 16 shots in the opening period. 2 got by him. And at the other end, Emil Larmi faced 7. And 1 got by him. Sam Montembeau faced 16 Swiss shots over in Riga and stopped all of them in the opening period. We talked about Hannes Bjornanen and his face-off prowess. 4 for 4 in that opening period for the Finland centerman.
Go ahead.
Second period underway here in Tampere. And right off the hop, an icing call against Austria.
When you start getting offense from the back end, it really helps a lot. You mentioned the 2 defensemen, especially Maatta, with a couple of points in this game. He's got 5 now. 17 points from the D-Corps of Finland. That means that you're a threat at so many different levels. It also means, especially the way the game is played here on this ice surface in this tournament, that you're getting your defense moving in and very active from the blue line, and that creates a lot of havoc for the teams they're playing against.
Play deep into the Finland end of the ice. Lucas Hautum trying to get a stick on it, can't. Hartikainen sends it on. Sakari Manninen tried to get it back for Hartikainen. Bern Wolf breaks it up, and it's cleared out at center. Hautum will carry it back in, drops it there for Wukovits. His shot, that's sailed high and wide, and grabbed off by Kakko on the far side. Comes near side for Rantanen. Back for Kakko. Sperry Kapanen had to get away from him, and Olli Maatta had to get on that loose puck quickly and plays it back inside the Austrian line. Heinrich sends it ahead for Lucas Thaler. Thaler had it wobble off his stick, and Kapanen will throw it around for Olli Maatta. Maatta, crisp pass up. Sent in on that far side by Kakko. Maatta jumps in from the line to the corner along with Killian Sundell. Puck squirts loose for Kapanen for Kakko. Kakko will drop it for Koivisto from the line. Sailed that one just wide. Kapanen on it again for Sumala. And back for Kakko. Maatta in from the line. It's around for Sumala. Sumala tight turns. Trying to create some room there against the checking of Sundell.
I think the U.S. team and the Finn team in the second periods are as good, or the best of all the teams here when it comes to, you get the second period, you get that team pinned in their own zone, and you wear them out a little bit. There's time and room. We've got the skills, we've got the motion, we've got the puck possession. We wear them down for a minute or so inside the zone sometimes, and that's where you get your big chances and those goals that separate you on the scoreboard.
Reinbacher pokes this off the stick of Harry Pessinen. Came to the short side off the backboards. Armia and Pessinen both there, and neither got a real good clean whack at it. Armia for Pessinen. Save made. Madlener got across. Lamiko rather with that shot from the short side. Armia on it again. Pessinen trying to get free in front. Came back at the line for Poker. The shot, that one off a body and wide. Poke to the far side, and Reinbacher with the lead pass for Schneider. Off his skates. Schneider will give chase to the backboards with Seppala. Puck squirts loose and taken by Ville Poka. Sent all the way down the ice. Mikael Seppala has been on a championship run for Finland. Back-to-back league titles, a Champions League championship, World Champion gold a year ago, and a Spengler Cup back in 2019. Off the corner boards, Neubauer swings it back. Ackerman was going after it, and he'll decide to back out, and that will allow the defenseman David Mayer to go in and put it back into the Finland zone.
I think even for the players who play in these situations and world championships and then go back to the NHL. So let's take Ole Mata, for example. You play in situations like this and you really understand the value of controlling the tempo of games and being able to get it back, because it's so important in individual games. You get into the medal round and it's critical. You have to be able to do that, or you can go undefeated, you get your first game in the medal round and you're done. So you have to understand that. You go back to the NHL and you realize from game to game too that those key times in the game, you have to grab it back. You have to be able to make those plays and understand what's happening to you before you can fix it. And then your top guys have got to find a way to turn that ship around.
Offside at the line. This tournament, when you look at the schedule at the start, it seems like it's so long, and yet David Quinn made the comment today, once you get to a certain point, it goes by in a hurry.
Yeah, for sure. You're just ripping the games off one after the other, and it's on to the next thing, and you get in that rhythm. There's a rhythm in the game, and there's a rhythm in the entire tournament, and when you get your day off, you know what you want to accomplish, and when you have back-to-back games, you know how you have to gauge yourself as well.
Chipped out at center ice. Vukovic will leave it there. Huber with a backhand shot turned aside, kept it on the far side. And a long shot off the glove of Emil Larmi. Nickel trying to send that back in deep and off the stick and up and out of play it goes.
There's not really any momentum right at the moment. Several whistles and things have kind of calmed down after a pretty wide open first period. A little bit surprising, maybe not so much for the Finns, but the fact that Austria was willing to get into that game. And as we talked about, it looks like they're in that mode of, yeah, let's just go for it and start feeling better about ourselves and score some goals.
Ole Mata, who leads Finland in average per game ice time at 19:11. Coming into this game, the only Finnish player to average over 19 minutes a game. Long cross ice pass, no chance of succeeding, and intercepted by Benjamin Nister and cleared back in. They'll try it again. Kasperi Kapanen in full flight. Kapanen forced to the corner boards by Dominic Heinrich. Kapanen trying to poke it to the far corner. It instead comes to the near side, and Benjamin Nister will take it away for Austria. Nister feeds this one through. No Thomas Raffel in this game for Austria. Icing is called. David Kickert, who will probably start their last game against Hungary, he is not dressed either.
Ole Mata and Koivisto, who played together pretty much all the way through, do a really nice job of controlling the ice. They grab the game inside their own zone. Ole Mata's got some great confidence offensively because of the 5 assists he's already gotten in this tournament. And Koivisto and he just have that chemistry together. They make the long passes. Their reads are really good. When the rush is coming, even if it's an outnumbered attack, they really know how to manage this bigger ice surface than the NHL surface, which is a couple of feet wider.
Terrific career for Ole Mata. 612 NHL games played, back-to-back Stanley Cups with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He had back-to-back OHL titles in London. London with a big win last night to extend that series with Peterborough. They'll go to game 6. Halifax and Quebec will go to game 6 in the queue.
And Sumala is really hurt. They blew the whistle here, I think, because he was so injured. He took that shot from the point right on the back of the leg, and he was just crippled. Take him a few minutes to get the feeling back in that leg. There's the heads-up shot, and there it is. Maybe the inside of the ankle, somewhere in there where it was not supposed to land.
And quite a year for hockey in Seattle. We'll finish that junior thought. The Seattle Thunderbirds winning the Western Hockey League Championship. It was a great year for the Seattle Kraken. So the Seattle Thunderbirds will advance to the Memorial Cup. Kamloops will be the host team, and either Peterborough or London will represent the O, and Halifax or Quebec City will represent the Q. Congratulations to the Seattle Thunderbirds. Lammikko at the shot from the line. That got blocked. Lammikko has it again, down for Harry Pessinen. Pessinen sends it backdoor for Yoel Armia. He tried to come back for Pessinen. Comes to the right point for Veli Poka. Pessinen, Armia. Armia comes up with it, trying to lose the checking of young Marco Rossi. Armia takes it around the Austrian net. At the line it goes. Seppala will float to the near side. Plays it for Pessinen, back for Seppala. Cross ice it goes. Pello, backdoor play. Lammikko was there, and Lammikko was tied up. Good job defensively by Marco Rossi. And then Rossi will put Madlener's stick back for him. Pessinen giving chase. Comes around the boards and is kept in by Bjornanen. Out at center ice, that's as far as that play gets. Reinbacher trying to break it up. Flip to the front of the net. Swerger, who has the Austrian goal in this game. No room up the boards for him. Oksanen giving chase on Rossi. And taken and snapped off the boards. And this will be an icing call as it gets sent all the way down the ice by Neubauer.
It's not a bad idea to take that. They were getting run around again, so you have to take those face-offs, even though you can't make a line change. At least you get a breather. You break up what the Finns are doing to you.
So Marco Rossi and his line mates will have to stay out there. Great junior career in the OHL for Marco Rossi. Controlled off the draw by Finland. Freeman swings it in behind. Bjornanen got squeezed out there by Reinbacher. And Reinbacher waiting for it to come free. Comes up with it. Good to see him back in the lineup, because that injury when he got hit by Sandin looked like it could have been serious. Freeman will give chase. Back into his own zone, getting pressured. Good work. Gets away from the traffic. On for Oksanen, tried to get it for Anton, and it's intercepted and back up the ice for Emmanuel Ganal. Ganal dropped it into the slot, and a quick shot there by Neubauer. And Larmy may have got a piece of that. Oliver Ackerman trying to work it off the corner boards. Ganal, and he tried to work that back to the left point for Steven Strong.
And I think Antola got back in time to take a swipe at that and may have just knocked that shot off trajectory enough that it missed the net.
Rantanen back in. No room for Manuel Ganal through the neutral zone. Rantanen will send it back for Lehtinen. Lehtinen back for Rantanen. One-timer that went wide. Taken off the backboards by Oliver Ackerman. He'll get a little bit of help from David Mayer, but it does not get out. Rantanen trying to work it back in. Kept in at the line by Hartikainen, and now finally Ackerman will get it on for Ganal, and he'll deflect it in. Lehtinen sends it up, and offside is going to be called at the line. Capo Kakko wondering who was in ahead of the play. 2-1 Finland. scores the opening goal over in Riga. Tyler Toffoli. We were talking about success in Seattle with the Thunderbirds and the Kraken. Coachella Valley is Seattle's farm team, and they have advanced to the semifinals of the American Hockey League. They'll await the winner of Texas and Milwaukee. And then on the other side, it'll be Hershey or Rochester that will advance. So
good feelings in the Seattle organization, man.
Pretty good hockey town. Spent 4 years there with the Thunderbirds.
No, you did. Yeah.
There's a shot that sailed wide. Nickel letting that one go from the line. Ali Wakovitz, that shot, and going down to block that one was Sumala. So he's all right after taking a shot to the back of the foot. Kept in at the line. Bernd Wolf, little spinorama. And grabbed off, and this will get shoveled out to center ice. And play whistle down.
Capo Caco in on the forecheck there. He's been noticeable every game. Early on in the tournament, Capo Caco had chances. They wouldn't go in. He's got a goal and 2 assists now. He's -3. That's not so fun. But boy, when he gets going, he is so good with the puck. Sets up his teammates. He spins around good in small places. And if he continues to get the range there as they get into the medal round, he's going to get plenty of ice time.
Number 2 overall in the 2019 draft behind Jack Hughes. Some World Junior success with Finland for Capo Caco. And coming off a career year offensively with the New York Rangers. Billy Polka lays it on at center or to the line, no further for Armia, and he'll try it again. Polka sends it on. Armia sends it up at center ice, off a body, some room for Harry Pessinen. Pessinen has Lammikko heading to the front of the net, couldn't get him the puck. Lammikko tracks it down for Armia. Heinrich got inside position on Armia, and Austria will clear it out to center into the back half here of the second period, and a 2-1 lead for Finland. Armia hits the line, sends it on. Bjornanen to the front of the net, and that's right onto the stick of Peter Schneider. On center for Zwerger. He'll dump it in. Schneider goes in after it. A goal and 4 assists for Schneider in this tournament. And the puck taken by Matten Pello. He'll bounce this off of stick and deep. Reinbacher back for it. Nice tight turn by David Reinbacher, and then a nice lead pass up for Zwerger. Zwerger played it back into his own zone. And now Reinbacher's going to have to go back and start it all over again.
Austria done a good job right in front of their net. The plays on the rush, especially when Finland's coming into the zone, and ultimately they want to end up getting the puck to the front of the net. The coverage away from the puck has been pretty darn good in this second period.
Jammed up in the corner, and back to the line it comes. Stephen Strong lets the shot go, and that didn't miss by much. Strong has it again. Lets the wrister go, and that shot got blocked. Stephen Strong passed 8 seasons in Klagenfurt. Played his minor hockey in Toronto. Spent some time in the Ontario Hockey League with the Belleville Bulls and Saginaw Spirit. 2 years at the University of Guelph for Stephen Strong. And now over in Europe for the past number of seasons. Otema up the middle for Rantanen. Rantanen sends it in, goes in after it. Rantanen to the front of the net. It came off a skate. And as much as Rantanen can really shoot the puck and is still looking for his first goal, it may take one like that off a skate to go in for him. Scramble, Matt Leonard's down. Lehtinen gets it across. Koivustu rattles it in, and a save made by Matt Leonard. It remains 2-1 Finland.
We have the desirable song.
Austria won its final game of the World Championship relegation or preliminary round last year over Great Britain. That means, or meant that Great Britain was relegated. And the tournament will welcome Great Britain and Poland back next year. Poland has not been at this level since 2002. And they will return next year in Czechia. This will get sent all the way down the ice.
And so for those teams at the very bottom, and they know who they are, I mean, there's as much on the line. They're playing as hard as the teams that are favored to win the gold medal. I mean, they want to come back here. This is where it's at. And it's a great system because it makes you play, and so that, you know, just every year it's just not the same old thing for the teams at the bottom. They've got to play hard. They got to find a way to get some points. Otherwise, they drop back down. So it makes the tournament that much more interesting. Good system.
And you're right, it's such a fine line. And you take this Austrian team, if Marco Castro is healthy and able to be here, what difference would he make? Tim Stützle for Germany, if he had decided to come, what difference that would make? Capo Kakko plays it down. Kasperi Kapanen plays it in behind the net. Sumala trying to work it free, gets tied up there with Bernd Wolf. And Kapanen's back pass right onto the stick of Benjamin Nisner. And he'll get it out of harm's way and send it back inside the Finland line. Under 6 now to go in the second period. Schneider is on it. Nico Hischier making his way over after the Devils were done. And he has tied the game in Riga. 1-1 Canada-Switzerland in a battle for top spot.
Hischier had quite a year, too. That guy's a player. How about those New Jersey Devils? What, from the start of the year that they had when the fans were yelling Lindy Ruff's head, and then like a week later, it's like they're cheering him, and they go on and the playoffs to beat the Rangers. I mean, what an unreal year. That is one of the great up-and-coming young, talented teams in the NHL, and there are a lot of them. You and I were talking off air before about the Ottawas and the Buffaloes and the Detroits, and New Jersey's already made that one step ahead of those teams, but look out for those teams next year.
I'm not sure I've ever seen that before, where the fans chanted "Sorry, Lindy" after they were calling for him to be fired. They went on this run, I think it was like 13 or 14 games, maybe even more. And then the fans were chanting "Sorry, Lindy."
It was funny afterwards. It wasn't funny the first time around, that's for sure.
True.
But Lindy's been around a long time.
Yes,
He's seen and heard just about everything, and he got through it just fine. I'm sure that sarcastic sense of humor is helped carry him through.
Oksanen with the shot, and Madlener makes the save and holds on to it. 4:28 to go here in period 2. It remains in favor of Finland. They have dominated the opening period of this game. Second period, a little bit back and forth so far. 22-10 the shots favoring Finland. David Madlener in goal. His first start of this World Championship for Austria has been very good. Floated in from the line by Antti Ottama. Sent back out. Hartikainen breaks it up. Hartikainen to the line, puts it to the middle of the ice, and Strong is there to bank it off the boards and out. Lehtinen back for it. Led all defensemen in scoring last year and led Finland in scoring en route to the gold medal last year. Rantanen wasn't here last year. He was busy winning a Stanley Cup with the Colorado Avalanche. Huber puts it off a skate, and Emil Larmi will smother it.
Well, the fans are pretty quiet here right now, but in between commercial breaks, they get the music going and everything, and they get crazy. These Finnish fans, they love their team. The whole Finnish language and everything, Dennis, is amazing to me. I have never seen so many words of 15 or 17 letters in my life. If you can win a spelling bee in Finland, you are intelligent. And I think there's a few fans in here right now who have trouble winning a spelling bee. It's Saturday afternoon or evening now, and they're having some fun.
And for the local economy, having this game an afternoon game is well scheduled, because after this game, they will all be headed for dinner and headed for a night out in the town. And why not? It's a Saturday night, the sun is shining, and it stays. We leave the building at 11:15 in the evening after the games, and it is still daylight.
It's crazy. I have no sense of time at all in these games, when we get here and when we leave.
And then, as you mentioned, when you were getting home at 4:30 the other morning, it was already getting light.
Yeah, that's right. Walking home only, it's 1/2 May, that's all I know.
It doesn't get dark for very long overnight. There's the fans enjoying this 2023 World Junior Championship back in Tampere for the second straight year.
All the jerseys, every jersey that you can imagine that Finland has ever worn, there's at least one of them here, believe me. And it amazes me. Europeans have always been like that, I think, right? I mean, they love to wear their team's jerseys. You don't see that as much in North America as you do here, that's for sure.
The face painting and everything else you would expect. Sharp angle try, that's off the side of the net. Then it will be the same in Prague and Ostrava as the World Championship returns to Czechia. There's a shot, save made by Emil Larmi, and then the following year it will be shared between Denmark and Sweden, Stockholm and Herning. There's a look at Rickard Gronberg on the right, longtime Swedish coach. Memory serves, he is in the Swiss League, I think, right now. Rossi with the face-off win. It ends up on the stick of Capo Kakko, in for Kasperi Kapanen.
He's been flying in this game. Kapanen's had as much action with the puck as anybody on both teams in this one.
Rossi trying to carry it in. They moved Kapanen up in the lineup midway through the game yesterday. Basically flipped him and Yoel Armia. And Kapanen has been very noticeable. Has the puck again. Tried to get that to the short side. It was blocked. Reinbacher delays, chips it on, and played up to the blue line, but not out. Kapanen got enough of it. Reinbacher's on it again, sends it across, and chipped off the boards and out by Nico Brunner. And Olli Mata will circle back into his own zone. Swiss has scored again, 2 in 3.5 minutes, 2-1 over Canada. Tied up, and Armia plays it back at the line, and then he'll get it back from Seppala. Yoel Armia on for Seppala. He was ready for a one-timer. It was in a little too tight on him. Taken by Manuel Ganal, and he'll chip it out to center ice and back where Poka will take it for Finland.
If you're that far out and you're primed and ready for a one-timer, it's not really going to do much damage from there. You're better off just to make sure, especially you blast it right into somebody's pads and you give up a breakaway going the other way. It's probably a good thing it turned out the way it did, and he ended up just dumping it down into the corner.
80 seconds left in period number 1, or period number 2. This gets sent in by Lamico, and back for it is Huber back into his own zone. Comes off the backboards in the long lead pass. A little bit of room for Wakowicz. Ali Wakowicz to the short side. That got turned away by Emil Larmi. Into the final minute here of period number 2. Lucas Howden tried to get a shot through. His stick was all tied up. Sakari Manninen couldn't get anywhere. And Mario Huber's on the loose puck. Parks in behind his own net, elects to just leave it there. And Bernd Wolf will wait for everyone to get into position and start up the ice with a left wing pass for Benjamin Nistner. Nistner will sail this one in on Emil Larmi. Larmi had it, debated about whether hanging on to it or not, elects to play it. Gets to the blue line but not out. Neubauer with the quick shot, or rather Thaler with the quick shot that went off the stick and wide. And grabbed off by Mikko Lehtinen. Lehtinen's pass was too hard for Manninen to handle. Lehtinen after it again, gets pressured in the corner, and the second period comes to an end.
Well, it wasn't exactly like the first period, which was wide open and very entertaining. Both teams really going at it. This one really got down to a walk at times, and the strategy kicked in more than anything else. Hopefully the similarities of the first period will return in the third.
Or the similarities of the third yesterday when Finland had a 2-1 lead on Hungary and then blew it wide open in the third period. The shots 22-14 Finland, and Finland up by 1. 40 minutes done here in Tampere.
In Riga, the score between Team Canada and Team Switzerland in second period 1-2.
In multiple languages. The 2023 IIHF app, powered by Skoda. Download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Practice is now. Let's protect the sport we love. Let's protect ice hockey.
We need to speak out. We need to have the difficult conversations, and we need to make a difference now.
You aren't alone. The IIHF is out there to support you.
Touch! Touch! Here we go! Here we go! Keep it going, Sticks! Good!
Okay.
Whoa! Loose! Loose!
Move! Move! Hey! Rossi! Rossi! Move the puck! Move the puck, Rossi! Look! Go! Go! Easy! 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 We're good! We're good! Perfect! Easy in front of the net! Easy! Outside the crease! Outside the crease!
Get out! Get out!
Finland with the 1-goal lead going into the third period here in Tampere. As Finland trying to continue its winning ways after getting off to a bit of a shaky start. David Madlener has been very good. Stopped 20 of 22 so far in this game. And Emil Larmi, 1 goal on 14 shots that he has faced. Young David Reinbacher, the draft-eligible defenseman for Austria, has played 9 minutes and 51 seconds. He's a +1 in this game. We had a look at Mikko Rantanen, still looking for his first goal of this World Championship. Does have 7 assists.
I thought Larmi had some cleaning up to do, right? He was not great a couple of times during the course of the last couple of games, and I think he needed to show that he, can make the saves at the right time. I mean, he's fighting to be the guy when the medal round comes around. So he's been solid in this game, and for Finland, they just lost some of their oomph in that second period. Hopefully it'll come back here in this third. We talked about how they had built it as the tournament has gone on here. And it just was kind of absent there in that second period.
Finland was up 2-1 on Hungary going into the third period yesterday, and they scored 5 in the third to go on for a 7-1 win. They outshot Hungary 24-2 in the third period. And the shot there is up and out of play. Finland 1 game left after this one. They'll play Denmark on Tuesday. And Austria with 1 game left. Off day for them tomorrow, and then what appears to be a relegation game against Hungary tomorrow night. Or Monday night, correction. Here comes Kapanen, and he whistled that one wide. Capo cackles after it. It'll be a back-to-back situation for Hungary. Hungary will play Germany tomorrow afternoon here in Tampere. Backdoor play. Never did get to Sumala. And this gets flipped out of harm's way.
That's the second time in this game that Kapanen, right off the bat from the period, comes steaming in and gets a good look at the net. He scored a goal early in this game. He had already had a chance on that same shift, coming down the wing, ripped one. They kept the puck inside the zone. He went to the front of the net and got another flat-out scoring chance and put it in. And this time he very nearly scores in the opening shift here in the third.
Reinbacher around for Wimmer, unable to clear it. Well, Brunner, there's a shot from the line. Lamiko tried to deflect it, could not. Yoel Armia will put it back in behind the net. Yoel Lamiko spins to the forehand, trying to lose the checking of Reinbacher. He'll play it back at the line. Poco with the shot, hit a skate in front. Peter Schneider is there to grab it for Austria. On for Zwerger. Zwerger played it back into his own zone. There was about to be a defensive change as Brunner was on his way to the bench, and Heinrich was halfway out, and then the pass came back to Brunner. Now they do make the change. Send in behind the net, David Mayer. Tried to play it up the boards, looking for Ganal. Kept in at the right point, and the shot by Matt Pella is grabbed and held.
I look at big Antila every time he gets out there. That guy is always working hard. He's got to be one of the oldest players in the entire tournament, but he's always going hard. He sets a terrific example for them, and you've mentioned before what a fan favorite is here. I mean, they love him. He was player of the game a couple of games ago, and he got a rousing ovation for it. But at 37 years old, he still keeps pressing it right to the metal every time he gets out there.
Look at some of Kapanen's work there as you get that other opportunity. Oksanen on the forecheck. Yeah, Antila's very popular. When he scored the goal the other night, and then he jumped up into the back glass, he almost left the building. The glass almost came out of its hinges. But a very popular player. Started his career here, played here in Liga. Larmy turns that aside, and it is grabbed off and controlled by Freeman. So Finland kind of in control of this game, and yet Austria one shot away from knotting this game up. Lepton plays it back into his own zone. Gets to the red line, sends it in. Ali Rakovits lost his stick on the play. And again, Austria content to just get this back out to center ice. Hartikainen plays it back in. After it goes Rantanen. For Manninen. Sakari Manninen back for Lehtinen and lets the blast go, and that hit a body. Getting in front of that was Rakovits. And it's flipped up at center, and Sakari Manninen has to go back for it. Huber gets there first. Mario Huber takes it to the outside. Lepton takes a bit of a bump but slips it on for Antti Ultima. Ultima plays it on, and it's snapped through the middle for Hartikainen. He'll leave it for Sakari Manninen. And Madlener will turn that aside. Koivisto will wait for it to come at the blue line. Gets it for Rantanen. Rantanen drops it off for Hartikainen. Hartikainen will take it up high. Turns, fires, and a glove save made by Madlener.
Madlener's been out and aggressive. He's done a good job. He moves out to the edge of the paint. He's been on top of things, and he hasn't let the game get away from them. When the Finns have had some chances, the goaltender's made some good saves, and this is his first game of the tournament. Coming in late like that and just having practiced and not having a real feel for how things are going out there, it's always tough for goaltenders, but Madlener's done a nice job here for Austria.
Since 1947, 10th place finish is the best for Austria. They've done it a couple of times. They have picked up a couple of bronze medals at the World Championship, 1931 and 1947. Some bronze medals for Austria. They've been in and out of this main group. Kapokako after it in the corner. Sumala trying to work it free. Sumala.
Rossi got one right in the mouth. It was a follow-through of a stick, though, an attempted pass, so there was no penalty call.
Kasperi Kapanen back for Olli Mata. Mata the shot. Madlener got a piece of that. Koivisto back for Mata. On for Sumala. And Madlener another save. And will hang on to it.
There's that rotation that we see from Finland. Once they get it back to the point, they'll get forwards coming back up. Let's take a look and see if we can catch there it is, right? Yes, it gets slapped right in the mouth. But it's the follow through of a pass or a shot, so it's not a penalty. Not even bleeding. But Finland went on there to keep the puck in the zone. Forwards will come up high, defensemen loop down low. That kind of motion makes it difficult, and it's a big reason why the Finnish D-Corps has piled up 17 points so far in these World Championships.
David Mayer to the line and not out. Yoel Armia tried to play it down low. Intercepted, and Steven Strong will send it back for David Mayer. He'll try it again. Mayer getting chased there by Harry Pessinen, so he'll circle back and leave it for Strong. Gets to the line, muscles it into the Finland zone, and goes in after it. Armia breaks it up. Sends it on for Lammikko. with some speed, lets the shot go in off the stick of David Mayer and up into the netting, and we get another stoppage.
On the rush, you see it so often. Players come down with a lot of speed, and they get the defenseman to back in, even past the tops of the circles. And it seems they still want to get that last 1 or 2 or 3 feet closer, closer, closer. And so many times those shots end up getting deflected. Once you get to the top of the circles, you don't need to get any closer to that D-man. You should be ripping the puck there and not even make it closer. Give them the ability to make that deflection.
This building wants to party.
Yeah.
And they would like at least one more goal here from the home team. Take away maybe some of the nervousness. Sent on for Hannes Bjornanen, and in it goes. Timo Nickel tried to play it, lost control of it, but it is grabbed by Lucas Howdem, and he'll get it up at center, and now Liwakovitz will send it the rest of the way in, and back for it, Matten Palo. And Finland wanting a change, so Matten Palo will take it back into his own zone and leave it there for Mikko Lehtinen. As that top line for Finland comes back out, Rantanen hits the line off his stick. Slap shot from Ultima, and easy save for Mad Leonard, and he'll hang on to it. 2-1 Finland in the third.
I have Troy over here. She will be calling for Esther Guide, and then you will answer. Pasi, who do you have over there?
Täällä on aika kokoinen kuin Perttu, Henry ja Artu, joka huutaa puolestaan Suomen puolesta, mutta Sara alas sieltä.
No niin, tästä lähtee. Ready?
Triple header Saturday will wrap up with Sweden and France. Sweden undefeated so far. No, there will not be a William Nylander sighting, at least not here in Tampere. He has decided to not come and join Sweden at the World Championship. Rantanen on for Hartikainen. Getting to the puck first was Killian Zindal. And offside is called as Fowler got tied up there with Hartikainen.
And we talked before about the Finns, and Finns have a strong team, but also the number of Finns that are still playing in the NHL playoffs. They can replace almost half the team with all the players that are still playing in the playoffs. But still, I look down this lineup for Finland. Rantanen, a 55-goal scorer. Pessonen had 20 goals. Sumala had 37 goals. Hartikainen had 28 goals, all playing their respective leagues. So, I mean, they're not hurting in that department. Oxinen had 20 goals as well. And they have guys on defense who, as I said before, you know, can really move in from the blue line. Their specialty is not, you know, going coast to coast. You don't see that very much anymore, especially in international hockey. It's once they get inside the blue line and those rotations and what they can do from the blue line.
There's no doubt Rantanen is the guy that they want to get going. They want to get him on the score sheet. Olli Mata for Kasperi Kapanen, back to the blue line, a bouncer. And that bounces its way to the corner and sent all the way back down the ice. And they wave off icing as Mata goes back for it. Mata taking a look. All just standing inside the line. Certainly not an aggressive forecheck right now for Austria. In Finland, no option but to dump it in. Lammikko first on it. Plays it for Yoel Armia, and Armia gets tied up in behind the net. and ends up taking Nico Brunner down, and play goes on. Neubauer will send it all the way back down the ice. And another icing call here for Austria.
I think Armia got away with one there. I think he kicked his feet out from underneath him. Let's take another look. Yeah, there's no doubt he did. That should have been a penalty, and the Austrian bench is none too happy. And all these things matter, of course. It's a 2-1 hockey game, and the power play can give you that edge. Even if you don't score, it can get your top guys going and get some momentum back. The power play for Austria, they don't get many chances. I don't know if it's a no respect thing or what it is, but they only had 9 chances coming into this game. There were 3 for 9. There's certainly nothing wrong with that, and they missed an opportunity there.
Just one power play in this game, and it went to Finland. Tessinen backdoor play looking for Joel Armia. David Mayer lifts this out, and this will end up in the Austrian bench. And another stoppage of play is we'll have more changes for these two teams.
You got to win those battles along the wall and find a way to get it to the front of the net. And guys know how to get free at the last second. That was almost a lucky tip there in front of the net. It was Reinbacher who got a stick on it. Otherwise, Joel Armia has another goal. That's a whole open side of the net. Armia was just standing there with his check for a second, and then when he realized right about the time the pass is going to come, that's what good offensive players do. They wait for exactly that right time. Timing is everything in front of the net, especially when there are a lot of bodies there.
Oksanen lets the long shot go, turned aside. Long lead pass. Huber will chase this down into the Finland zone. After it is Lucas Howden. And it gets away from him, and Marco Antila will play it up at center. Oksanen will carry it in. Sends it cross ice. Antila was going to go in deep and then backs out. And it comes to the near side where Bjornanen will send it around the boards. Oksanen gets tied up there with Lucas Howden. Nickel trying to play it up. Quickly on him was Bjornanen. And it comes back for Antila. Turns, fires. And that went off a body in front. Ends up on the back of the net. It's knocked free and play goes on. Oksanen for Bjornanen in front for Antila. Puck was bouncing on him. And this will get sent all the way down again. Will it be icing? It will, yes, be an icing call. The faceoff will come back.
Well, the big man was open for a minute in front of the net, and he knows that he just couldn't find a handle on it. He's a tough man to cover because of his size. Finland just getting pucks to the net, and then there goes Antila. He wants it. He takes one swipe. Can't get the handle.
If this was last year's team, I think the coaching staff and the fans would be very comfortable with a 2-1 lead into the back half of the third period. But Finland has given up 14 goals so far in this World Championship, and that is very unlike the Finland squad. Lehtinen down for Hartikainen. And around for Rantanen, away from him, but Otama stops it at the line, not enough on it to hold it in. And Lehtinen will circle back. Sends it through for Rantanen. Madlander will come up. Plays it away from Rantanen. Lehtinen is in from the line. Lehtinen has it. Oh, and a diving play by Killian Zindel. Or Rantanen was all alone in front of Madlander. Lucas Thaler will slip this back into the Finland end of the ice. And Koivisto sends it on. Kakko will get it in, and Marco Rossi is on it. For Reinbacher. Up for Peter Schneider. Schneider stopped at center by Kaapo Kakko. Reinbacher follows up and sends it in. Emil Larmi against the traffic, gets it out at center. Sumala's after it. Steal there by Kapanen. Glove save. Madlander just got enough of that. Up for Zwerger. Around Ole Mata, and Zwerger had thoughts of taking that to the net. The puck went off the end of his stick. Kakko for Sumala. Sumala for Kakko. Tried to slide it across for Kapanen, intercepted by Schneider. Peter Schneider to the line. Reinbacher's with him. And grabbed off and taken in behind the net by Seppala.
Both teams really careful about the line changes. They get them when they can. It is still that 2-1 hockey game, and mistakes on line changes are often what make the difference.
7:57 to go. Finland up by 1 here in the third. Fans trying to cheer their team on. They would love to see a victory. Right now, I think they'd like to see another goal.
We had an Esa-Tikkanen sighting again on the big screen here in the building. That got a big round of applause and reaction.
Turned in behind the net. Flipped up at center ice. And back in for Harry Pessanen. Pessanen going after it to the backboards with Strong. Squirts free and Oliver Ackerman is on it. Broken stick on the play. Trying to clear it is Ganal, and he will kick it out the center. Armia has to wait for Pessanen to get back on side. Gives him the puck. Pessanen takes it wide. Harry Pessanen into the slot. It comes away from Polka. Antila with the shot. Blocked. Nickel got in front of that. Chopped out the center ice, and Antila's on it. Antila puts on the brakes, tight turns. Gets it out the center ice, no further, and right back in for Huber. And the long shot is handled by Emil Larmin. He'll hang on to it.
Whether it's fatigue or whether it's just strategy, but Austria, that jump that they had in the first period and the attack level hasn't been around certainly the second half of this game. They've been forced, or by their coach's wishes or by their own lack of ability to get going in the offensive zone, to hang back in the neutral zone and hope to play that counter game, catch Finland trying to play mistake hockey and steal the puck and go the other direction. So over the last 20-plus minutes especially, the game has just slowed right down to a drag.
Oksanen will get to the red line and dump it in. Andrus Ambul, 18th world championship for him. He is the all-time leader, and he has scored for Switzerland, and Switzerland leads Canada 3-1. Canada opened the scoring in that game, so 3 straight for Switzerland. In across for Lucas Howden. He'll play it in, back up top for Huber, intercepted though, and here comes Rantanen. Rantanen spins to the backhand, and he slipped it wide. Killian Zindel to the near side, Rantanen after him. Heinrich is after it. Sakari Mannanen jams it back to the line for Lehtinen. Under 6 to go here in the third. Rantanen centers in front of the net for Kasperi Kapanen, and what a save. Kapanen out here on this line now in place of Hartikainen. Kapanen back to the line, slap shot by Otama, and that's turned aside and up and out of play. 5:36 left in the third. France will wrap up a busy Saturday here in Tampere. But we've got 5.5 left to go in this one, and it's a 1-goal game. Sent out at center. Schneider plays it on for Reinbacher, and he'll dump it in. Otama's after it. Gets tied up in his own zone. Marco Rossi up with the puck. Rossi trying to protect it against the checking of Otama. Shot from the line, deflected in front. Peter Schneider got a stick on that. And we have a crease call on Dominic Zwerger. So that's going to bring the face-off outside the line. No penalty on the play.
Seems like such a long time ago that Zwerger had that flat-out great chance. He tries to go in behind the goaltender. That's never a good idea. I don't know why guys do that. Goaltenders are not crazy about that. Half the time, this can lead to a brawl. Not so much in international hockey, but I guess if you're trying to get under the goaltender's skin, it's certainly a way to do it, but you're not going to get away with it, and that's why the face-off came outside.
Kakko being watched by Wakovitz. Sends it ahead for Hartikainen. So Jukka Jalonen has juggled his lines a little bit. Hartikainen and Kapanen have switched spots. Hartikainen for Kaapo Kakko. Kakko turns and puts it back from where it came in behind the net. Hartikainen got wrapped up and taken down. Play goes on. Crowd reacted to that. David Mayer sends it up on the left side, and it's sent in by Lucas Howden for Huber. Back for Howden. Back to the front of the net it comes. He turns, fires, and
that was
Timo Larmi had to be careful with that one on the short side.
I'm not sure that was careful. I think that was desperate. He was out of position there and off balance, and he was able to get over to the near side post.
Kale Seppala will start up for Finland. This will get dumped in by Armia. Wakovitz after it. Armia is in on him. Reinbacher plays it around the boards. Kept in there by Poka. Back for Joel Armia. Armia twisting and turning against the checking of Dominic Heinrichs. Armia into the slot. Pessinen plays it back for Seppala. Cross ice for Poka. Drives it in on goal. Where is it? Pile up in front, and it is under the pile. And another face-off in the Austrian end of the ice.
Pessinen going to the net. He had his stick down. Prior to that, here's that sort of a messy play here. Just gets over. Look how off balance he is there. He's leaning forward with his feet in the net by the time he makes the save. But the bottom line is he did make the save. He's had times like that. We were talking about that before. Larmi's looked great, fantastic at times. And other times just, I don't know if it's a concentration thing or whatever, that just not quite all there.
Michael Carconi has Canada to within 1 after Montembeault stopped Nico Hischier on a breakaway. So 3-2 there for Switzerland over Canada. 2-1 here with 3 minutes to go. And Rossi ran out of room against the checking of Kapanen. Rantanen is on it. Rantanen trying to dump it back for Manninen off a stick. And back for Rantanen again. Watched by Timo Nickel. Kapanen, who has led Finland in shots on goal in this game. It's turned over, and Marco Rossi will get it to the line. Kept in by Lehtinen. Down for Rantanen. Rantanen gets some help from Kasperi Kapanen. At the line, Matten Palo puts it behind the net for Rantanen. Rantanen trying to elude the checking there of Rossi. Bjornanen off the bench as Finland starts a change. Bjornanen still has Rantanen out there. Rantanen plays it back at the line for Freeman. And now Rantanen will make his way to the bench to complete the change. Bjornanen. Oksanen, shot, scores! Kosonen. Finds the top corner short side, and with $1:52 to go, Finland has that all-important insurance goal.
This is his second goal of the World Championships, and what a shot this is. Madliner's looking back over his shoulder like, really, that went in? He looks like he's on the right angle. As a matter of fact, he's got his right pad outside the goal post. That is remarkable that that shot went in. I don't know how it got past his head with any kind of room in that short side. That is a remarkable shot on the short. I think it just stunned him that anybody would shoot on the short side when he was out on his angle that much.
NC2A championship with Boston University in 2015. Did not dress for the game yesterday against Hungary. Now Roger Batter has his troops over. They're discussing something with the officials. They want to have a look at something that it might be, did the puck come outside the line?
I'm guessing that would be the only thing. Was it close enough to come outside the line? They're certainly giving them lots of time to discuss whatever it is they're upset about.
It was Mikko Lehtinen who came across and took a chop at it.
And now you got players on the Austrian bench who are getting involved with fans in behind. So maybe that has something to do with it. They're turning around and they are really upset with a couple of fans here. I don't know, we haven't been given any indication at all of what's going on. Now they're going to come over. The linesmen are the ones that were handling things over at the bench. And I'm guessing they're going to look to see offside. That's why they'd be coming over here. They sure give them lots of leeway, don't they? Let's take a look here. Yeah, that's what they're...
Right there. This may have come out.
Yep, it's hard to see if and that's so high up.
The blade of the stick kind of blocks the view.
Let's see if this one shows better. Is that close?
The skate blocks it there.
It was hard to see on this near side for us, but this is the blue line that is right across from the Austrian bench. So somebody got a good look at it and started yelling, and they had the linesman come over, conferred for a long time, and I wonder if they have even a better shot than that of those two that we saw. The top one is just from so high up. It's from the roof of the building. Left side of your screen, there's the top one.
This may be one of those where we think it came out, but the call on the ice was onside.
Yeah.
So it would need to be conclusive to overturn it.
Right.
And the videos that we have seen, the replays we have seen, I'm not sure any one of them is conclusive.
Yeah, they're fuzzy. It would be by a hair that it was onside. It certainly is extremely close to the entire puck coming out. But the angle of the camera and just the fuzziness of it, I can't see that there's white ice all the way around the puck. You can look at it and say, from the angles, logically, I would say logically it looks like it is. It did come out of the zone, but it's so fuzzy. And as you said, Dennis, the call on the ice was fine. The play went on. There was no call made. So, and the linesmen are right there. So, and they are taking their time with this one. They finally decided here. We'll find out in a second.
Nick Bergranti and Andreas Hofer are the linesmen. Bergranti from the United States and Hofer from Germany. We will pass the message on to the referee, and the referee will pass the message on to us.
Official review. It's the bowman. The play was onside. We have a good goal.
Yeah,
So not enough to overturn it.
Yeah, they said the same thing as us. It's just too grainy, too fuzzy, and they couldn't tell well enough. And that's the way it has to be. And you can see why. I mean, they make a split-second decision, the linesman, and they figured, okay, it was fine, it was close enough, and it's too grainy. They're still going to argue it for Austria, which makes sense. It's a critical part in the game.
Switzerland has defeated Canada 3-2. So a bench minor to Austria for delay of game on that challenge, and
same rule as the NHL.
Kind of a double whammy for them.
Yeah. Well, it was worth the gamble.
Yes.
It was a good call. They thought it was close enough. It was a good gamble. They lost the gamble. So now back on the power play here for Finland. Now would have kept it at 2-1 had they won the challenge, so that would be huge. But now they got to kill this off, and they're going to have to go for it, even short-handed here, down by a couple.
But Austria has given Finland a battle. Without their captain, Thomas Raffel, in the lineup. Rantanen carries in. Rantanen tried to go up for that same corner that Oksanen found. Jornanen gets the assist on that goal. Lehtinen. So Finland to the power play for the third time in this game. Austria did not get a man advantage. There's a shot in tight from Hartikainen. Manninen puts it back at the line for Lehtinen. Back for Manninen, back at the line. Lehtinen, and another good save. Madlener has been very good in goal for Austria. This first start of this World Championship. Taken by Manninen, down for Rantanen, and back for Sakari Manninen. Up top for Lehtinen. And back for Manninen.
They're not going to try at all. Unless they come after them, they're just going to stand there and move it around and waste the last seconds. We're down to about 26.
I think Manninen was happy to kill the clock. I think Rantanen would like to get on the board. Hartikainen with a shot that goes off a leg and wide. Hartikainen on it again, watched by Strong, gets it for Rantanen. Back for Ultima, and back for Rantanen. Rantanen shoots from a circle on the right side. Save made by Madlener. Back in for Lehtinen, lets the shot go whistled it wide. And Finland will defeat Austria 3-1, as Finland now with 3 straight victories.
Well, Finland didn't have the flair that they did last game, or that they had in the first period. They certainly had some flair there, but they started to control the game, there's no doubt. Austria came out, gave it a push early on in the game, tried to score some goals, tried to open it up, did have some looks at the net, did score a goal early on, but then after that went back into their very defensive-minded system of sitting back in the neutral zone, and this game really slowed down to a walk there for a while. But with Finland totally in control, they could afford to do that, and then a really interesting shot there on the short side by Oksanen to ice the game, but looked like there was no room at all on that short side, and he put it right under the bar on the top shelf there at short side.
So Switzerland moves to 15 points on the other pool. Czechia sitting at 13 and Canada at 11. 5 games played for all those teams. Over on this side, USA 15 points. So Finland now jumps into second place with 13, but Finland has played 2 more games than Sweden. Sweden is our final game here tonight. Sweden will take on France. They wanted Finland in the afternoon game. We're going to have our player of the game presentations, and then we'll have the Finnish national anthem. So another victory for Finland after starting off with the loss to Team USA opening night. Finland has now won 4 of 5, but just not looking as sharp as we normally see a Finland team.
Well, for Finland, player of the game, I wouldn't be surprised. It's Kapanen. Kapanen had a really good game. He scored a couple of nice goals and was around the net an awful lot. We'll see who they choose. The teams choose their own. For Austria, there wasn't really anybody big that stood out. Zwerger had some looks at the net. We'll see.
The fact that Raimo Helman, a long-time Finnish hockey player coach, is going to do the presentation on behalf of Finland.
Best player of Team Austria, numero 31, number 31, David Madlener.
So Madlener gets the player of the game for Austria, and the fact that the coaching staff moved Kasperi Kapanen from the third line to the second line yesterday, second line to the top line today, chances are he's going to be the player of the game. And he had a good game. Led them in shots on goal, got the opening marker for them.
Player of Team Finland, numero 42, number 42, Kasperi Kapanen.
And it is Kapanen that gets the player of the game honor. So the winning team is Finland, and now we will have the Finnish national anthem, as Finland has now won 3 games in a row. There's Kasperi Kapanen, player of the game for Finland.
So another guy on Finland that's feeling good about himself, scoring a couple of goals, and that's certainly handy for them moving forward.
Remove your hats for the national anthem of the winning team, Finland.
Finland wins it 3-1. Final game here tonight will be Sweden, France, Kazakhstan, and Latvia in Riga.
The tournament will continue today in Nokia Arena at 8:20 p.m. with the game Team Sweden against Team France. Welcome. Arvoisa yleisö, areena tyhjennetään otteluiden välissä. Nähdään pian. Ladies and gentlemen, the venue is emptied between the games. See you soon.
David, you were outshot 36-17 today, but you made some key saves, particularly in that first and third period. How did you feel your first start at this World Championship went?
Like to say, I was a little bit nervous. I mean, great atmosphere here. Haven't played like 3 years in a World Championship game and against Finland. They were really good, but as the game moved on, I felt better and better. For sure, a couple saves helped, but also our team was really good. We battled our butts off, and yeah.
You have one more game left in the preliminary round, and it will be crucial when it comes to avoiding relegation. What's the focus heading into that final game?
Yeah, right now for sure that recovery is huge now. We need to be like really sharp on Monday. Hungary has a good team. They can pressure us too, and yeah, we're gonna watch what we did wrong today and take it for the next game.
Language. You played a really strong game against the defending champions Finland today. Until late, it was a one-goal game. What impressed you the most about the play in front of you?
Ja, es war halt, dass jeder wie ein Löwe gekämpft hat. Jeder hat sich in die Schüsse gehauen. Ja, wir haben probiert, ein bisschen Druck vorne zu machen. Und natürlich auch die Atmosphäre da war unglaublich. Ja, schade, dass es nicht für einen Punkt gereicht hat. Ich glaube, Boys hätten sich verdient gehabt. Aber naja, jetzt gibt es volle Konzentration auf Montag und dann schauen wir, was noch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There was some debate on your final goal, but it did count, and you gave Finland a bit of an insurance cushion today. Walk us through what you saw in that final goal.
I didn't even know what situation they were talking about because it happened way before, but when I saw it on the video, it was pretty close. So obviously I was hoping that it counts, but it was 50-50, and I was pretty excited to see what the referees were going to say.
Your coach, Jukka Ylonen, received an honorary doctorate in physical science today. You could hear the crowd. They were so excited for him. Can you describe what that meant to the team and what kind of coach he is?
I mean, it's a massive honor for him and for us to have him as a coach. And then the fact that he went there this morning and then got back as soon as possible for the game, it means a lot and how dedicated he is.
Lastly, finish. It's your first time representing Finland at a major international tournament. How has the experience been going so far?
Ollut kyllä todella hyvä fiilis. Mukava joukkue ja helposti päässyt mukaan. Ja tässä nyt pikkuhiljaa pelit on parantunut koko ajan ja niin toivottavasti mennään hyvin jatkoon. Ja onhan tästä tietenkin kotikatsomo iso etu, joka peli ollut täynnä.
Thank you. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
The 2023 IIHF app. Featuring all statistics of your favorite players, your favorite teams, and real-time game updates at your fingertips. Find the showverse in the IIHF app. Explore the action and dive into a new digital world. Play and win amazing prizes. Available on all smart devices in multiple languages. The 2023 IIHF app, powered by Skoda. Download it now from the
is now.
It's important to stay true to your own integrity, to the values that you believe in. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. Don't be the one that stands by and lets it happen. I've lived it. I've seen it. Not enough is enough.
The very heart of our sport is at stake.
And now it is more crucial than ever to keep asking the questions.
Let's protect the sport we love. Let's protect ice hockey.
We need to speak out. We need to have the difficult conversations. And we need to